Alright. That solves that problem. And anyways, I'd like to welcome you guys back to Metroid Prime 2's Echoes. Brought to you via Trilogy through PrimeHack, and I think something's really messed up with my controllers right about now. Let me cut the other sources real quick and start over.
I think the biggest challenge will be 3.
That's more like it. Evidently not.
I wonder if PrimeHack allows you to play 3 with mouse and keys. I can imagine how crazy that would be.
What the heck's going on? Sorry, just a bit of controller goofiness going on right now.
Always fun. If I ever play this on my channel, I'm gonna have to play the GameCube version.
Oh, you are joking.
That's gonna be fun. It's all fun and games until you reach Spider Guardian, and then it's no longer fun.
Yeah. Just had to untangle a mess. Ow! Don't do that to me.
Surprised you didn't turn. Oh no, that's right. You're. I'm just kind of glancing back and forth, and yeah, I thought you had your hint system on, and I was like, Beam me up, Scotty.
I think in terms of item wrap-up, I just don't like Torvus.
Yeah, Torvus is easily the worst
I have to
area
go all
in
over
the
the
game.
place for all the stuff.
One thing I will say about these Sky Temple keys is at least it gives you incentive to collect the remainder of the items.
That is not normal.
Yep. Also, hey, you want me to say what you get here? Or Would you rather that? Be surprised. Unless you already got it. No, you didn't.
Hey, what's up?
This annoying area here.
Alright, well, that solves that.
King of the Moon. Which you did. Can't go that way. Be back. That did not really go as intended. That ain't it. How do I get out of here? Ah, I thought I could do that. Ah, they put an invisible wall here. Boo.
expend peanut butter to get peanut butter. That ain't it. Ah. Oh. That away. Missing just what's in that room? A few other things as well, but
Okay, I'm back. What did I miss? I guess nothing. I'm curious, are you hearing me okay at all? Or... I will take that as a no. Ah, okay, you can't. I can hear myself, so yeah.
yeah, that's all I wanted to see. I already got the missile tank from that room, so
Okay, so you didn't get Dark Burst yet. Or did you? Okay, am I coming through on Discord okay?
Morphball, please don't do that.
Spider ball, that's ridiculous, spider ball does. And on the wall. Yes, I can. Use a track. Don't forget, boost ball. There you go.
All this for another missile tank. For shame. Alright, that's fine. No! Rats.
Okay, I disabled push to talk, so.
Jack, what am I missing here? Dark World. Missing that. Nothing in that room.
Oh yeah, this is the version where they give you
Oh,
item
neat.
locations.
Feeding pit. Mining station. And... ah, crap. What was the third clue?
They can wrap your shoes and be good.
Push to talk.
Oh,
Sorry, that's it.
mining station. Reactor. Alright. Have I mentioned how much I hate trying to clean this place out?
Still not as bad as Torvus, though. He's got his note sheet out. You already have 100% logbook scan, so yeah, you don't really need to scan the nullified crystals and all that other stuff. Oh, I would have just used the Annihilator Beam there.
Have I mentioned how much I hate getting this particular key?
Well, no, you didn't. But I understand why. I mean, it's not that bad. Just take out the Warrior Ing with the Annihilator Beam. And, then once they're all attracted to that, pretty much take them out. But of course, you gotta have phase on damage boosting. Mods to the flame. And at least you're not hurt by the dark world's atmosphere anymore. I think there's a way to cheese. No, never mind. It's too high.
Alright, where am I going back to? Back to the battleground.
Did you already get the one with the dark visor? Which you struggled with before? Oh no, you're heading back there now.
Leave me alone, please.
Gotta love those vines. Wonder how delayed it is from my end. It doesn't seem that bad. Just slightly. Maybe 5 seconds. Yes, I remember that Sky Temple key.
And I gotta go to the feeding pit. Alright. Oh wait, no, this wasn't it. Oh, hang on. Oh, there is. This is the wrong room. I need to go to where the equivalent of the reactor was. Oh, it's the Dark Oasis. I still need something here, though. Rest assured, this has not been a complete waste. Even though Prime 2 really does like to play it that way.
Yeah, sometimes. But unlike Prime 1, you'll never be immune to Phazon. Sonic Boom! Guile would be proud.
Wow.
Yeah, it's just gone. I remember Sonic Boom being very strong against the Emperor Ring. Well, just the Annihilator Beam in general. I wish they gave you the amount of Sky Temple keys that you collected.
Alright,
in
I'm
these
done with
areas,
Agon
too.
wastes, or at least all the big essential stuff for now.
Guys, I don't think Yoshi can hear me on
As if I
Discord.
can get out of here.
Even though you guys could probably hear me on his end.
I don't think so.
That explains a lot.
Oh, hang on. I think I may have hit the soundbar power button by accident. Try now.
That makes a lot of sense. I was like, dude. Because it was, you could hear me on your stream, but apparently, yeah, no.
Yeah, sorry I missed out on a lot. I was like wondering, did I hit something by accident?
Yeah, because I was like, I'm just saying things, and it's like, oh, nothing.
Yeah, sorry about that.
It's all good.
Yeah, I'm just consulting the sheets of paper I have right now.
Understandable.
Because, yeah, I can't remember everything in Prime 1 and 2 off the top of my head.
Prime 1 I can. 2 I haven't played as much, even though, yeah, it's kind of funny, given that it's my favorite in the trilogy. Like, it's probably the one I played the least.
Yeah, whereas like with 3, there's satellite coverage, I'm going, okay, I can find everything after that.
Right, yeah, I remember 2's 100% completion was kind of annoying.
Especially,
This.
especially because there's a bunch of stuff that's all over the place in Endgame, but what do you think had the better sense of progression in terms of finding stuff and balancing finding stuff for Endgame that's mandatory and then finding all the expansions?
I mean, I don't know, like, I mean, maybe 1? Because you're just finding artifacts, and you're basically collecting stuff already. With 2, you gotta go through the light and dark realm constantly and get the 9 Sky Temple keys. 3, at least you don't have to collect all the items, but if you want to 100% it, you do. So, actually, never mind. That's...
Well,
I would say that 1 and 3 are more or less on par with one another. With Black, well, 2 is probably the most egregious of all of them, as far as 100% completion.
yeah. Actually, while I'm here, I could just take the save station door and just go to Torvus from there. I think 2 may have been a little bit more sensible with how you can navigate around an endgame, rather than having to
That's true. Especially the fast travel, yeah, that I'll give it that 100%. Actually, no, I actually completely forgot about that. So yeah, I'll retract my statement and say that 2 is the best just for that alone.
Yeah, because it's like 3, it's like you get satellite coverage, but you still got to go through planet to planet. But I'm gonna say the worst part of Prime 3 was the Brio grind, because it's like you have to solve like a bunch of puzzles from both sides, and even then, it's like you might as well just wait until the pirate invasion.
Yeah, with the golem and whatnot, that giant one that you got to do, that one was really annoying.
Yeah, and then I have to go through the thorny side of Brio, and I hate that thorny venue. Music in that is just dreary.
It's repetitive too. It's like...
Sorry, I was wondering if I got the missile tank here. I kind of lost track.
Yeah, Brio is my least favorite, well, one of my least favorite planets in Prime 3, but my all-time least favorite has to be Elysia. It looks great, it's nice and tranquil, the atmosphere is great, the art design is phenomenal, but I hate going through it with the stupid zip lines and going through all the sub-areas.
They really should have made it such that at a certain point you could just orb cannon your way through it.
Yeah, I mean they did it partially, but yeah, it gets so repetitive getting through Elysia. Pirate Homeworld was nice though.
Yeah, except if you're trying to do some of the bonus stuff, like trying to shoot down that one mining ship.
That's true, yeah. I would say, funnily enough, I'd have to say that my favorite planet in Prime 3 has to be Norian.
Well, other than being one of the easiest planets to navigate, any other reasons?
Well, I mean, it's how everything kind of started off, and there's some cool sub-areas you can go to.
Hmm. Or it's like you can imagine going to some places after the attack and seeing all the repair crews at work.
That too, yeah. That's another reason why I like it. Brio has some cool areas too. Like I like the ice area at Brio. Fire Brio is pretty nice as well.
Yeah. Regular Brio, I like. Fire's a pretty decent venue. Ice, I wish they had a little bit more time in the oven, but...
Oh, absolutely. I don't think ice has much time in the oven, but, you know.
Yeah, I just wish...
Maybe a few seconds.
I just wish the thorny area wasn't,
No, yeah, thorny area is the worst, I agree. You know the worst part is, like, when you have to go through those pirate generators, and then you have the flying pirates constantly pulling the levers back.
Yeah, that's easily one of the worst fights.
Then there's always another one showing up to kind of ruin your day, and it's like, oh, that's great.
And it's a big waste on Hypermode as well.
Oh, yeah.
Where it's like, sometimes they just go on steroids and you
Hypermode.
still have to shoot them. I'm going, there's only so many crates or so many respawning goons for this.
Yeah. Then you take care of one, but then later on for item completion you have to do it again. It's like,
I bungled that up. That, and I think I really need to stop using this controller for playing Metroid Prime and just stick with playing RPGs with this. I've really worn down the cross button on this, believe it or not.
oh no.
Ah, frick. That was too high.
Don't you just love hitting the ceiling?
Yeah, or sometimes I realize, oh right, you can actually skid down. But I don't really do that.
Right. I never trusted that, because I remember I tried that a couple of times and it just drops you.
Hmm. Yeah. Enjoy the light show, you huntering. I don't miss you.
Exactly. Neither do you miss the Power Bomb Guardian. We're going through this maze-like spider ball track.
Oh, and here's our beloved
you
friend, the
fall.
hint system, annoying us again.
Oh yeah, because for some reason you seem to love keeping it around, and it's like... I don't get that. It's like, you know, you can turn it off. You're just minding your business, trying to collect items and whatnot. It's like, oh, by the way, yeah, the temple, I hope you didn't forget. It's like, no, I didn't forget. I'm just collecting items. No, I understand that, and that's cool, but the temple, you got to go to the temple. It's like...
And even Prime 1 wasn't obnoxious about doing the artifact hunt, or saying, hey, the artifact hunt, don't forget it. I'm like, yeah, I just cleared all major progression. I know that's the last thing to do.
Prime 3's hint system is the worst, though, because you have to hear all this dialogue, and after you go through all the dialogue, it's, well, upload the coordinates to you.
Or it's like, Admiral Dane, yes, I know the invasion's in progress. I'm trying to find some other things. Cool it.
Or the Aurora unit. It's like, okay, alright. Or if you try to skip it, it's like, alright, I don't want to talk to you, just let me do what I need to do. And then, you know, you go through the morph ball, you go through a cutscene, and then it calls you again and repeats itself. It's like, just like, I'm ignoring you for a reason. That doesn't mean keep talking.
Or the endgame reminder telling you, oh yeah, we named the place Phase. I'm like, oh, you think?
Who would have thought? Well, what a creative name. Though apparently the pirates had the same idea. Because in the lore, they called it Phase 2. So it's like, are you guys in cahoots? Like, is there something about you guys that we should know?
Ah, yes, Morph Ball Pistons, aka the Crush Traps that kill you in Prime Hunters. Gotta love Morph Ball Crush Avenue.
Yes.
And what was the reward of getting through that? An E-Tank?
I think so. I haven't played Prime Hunters enough.
I hate these guys on hard because in this room, no frickin' crystals or stuff to manipulate.
Oh yeah, the Dark Wrenchlers. Also known as the She-Goth. Like basically a stronger version of the She-Goth.
And they can shoot electricity.
Yep.
Okay, good, they're dead. I don't have to worry about this anymore.
And they're also not child's play to defeat because you can't just rapidly shoot missiles at them. Like you could in the first game. Yep, use the key. Oh, I remember this thing.
Yeah, this one is a little bit rightfully annoying.
Very Zero mission. The only difference is you're not constantly shooting missiles at it to get it to go faster.
And then after this, I'll go from Torvus to Sanctuary.
Yeah, then you'll finally be done with Torvus forever.
Actually no, I still got a few things to grab upstairs.
Well, right, but like, you're just getting Torvus done and over with, and then you never have to go back to this crazy place again.
Mm-hmm.
See, to me, Torvus Bog has a very similar problem to Skytown Elysia. Very great art direction, the environment's awesome, there's just too much to do as far as going from point A to point B. Especially in the underground water area. I'm glad they used the architecture as a guideline. Well, until you get to a certain point where it's like, yeah, I'm sure you figured it out by now. We won't give you any hints this time.
Yeah, I have no idea why the cursor is going out on the fritz right now. I think my biggest mistake was, oh, there's a new PrimeHack distro that came out, and I stepped up. I'm going, I really should not be doing stuff like that in the middle of a run.
No. I probably should use PrimeHack myself for Dolphin. Or, better yet, I could, you know what, I'll just use the GameCube version. It has the classic menu and everything, and
Yeah.
that'll be good for doing it on my channel.
Yeah, do the OG version. I thought about it, but I'm like, eh. I also haven't done this game on hard in any variation, so I was like, get that done one way or another.
Right.
Oh, that ain't it.
I did technically start a Prime LP on my channel already, but the problem was I used an older capture card, and the video quality is the worst. So I'm gonna redo it. And probably not put face cam. I always find it's just a bigger pain to, you know, get the video set up, because it's like, okay, I gotta get the face cam, then I gotta make a video template before I even start with this thing. It's just like, you know what? I'll just do an LP. Doesn't have to be fancy schmancy. Pretty sure nobody cares.
Yeah.
In fact, I find that a lot of people nowadays prefer no face cam, so it's like, yeah. It was a fad, but it died.
Yeah, that's why I do it mine at chest and controller level. Also, yeah, it's like, I'm too lazy, and also, I am not the kind of guy whose face should be on high definition TV.
I'm not.
Yeah, I am just choking on this right now.
This is a tough one. It's really annoying. You gotta wait. You gotta jump as it's going back. You know. You're just poorly synced to it. What about now? Oh no, too late now.
Yeah, I was off angle.
I love how I'm saying, oh, right about now, but it's like, but I'm delayed. So, if I were to tell you that, it's like.
Oh, well,
yeah, you overjump. I
that's
remember
one of the
that
most
happening
annoying
too.
E-tanks out of the way.
Another game I've wanted to play on my channel is Twilight Princess. It's a phenomenal Zelda game.
Yeah. Best way to deal with huntering, just lure them to a pretty light show.
Right. It's like a moth to the flame. Or a bug to a bug zapper.
I thought I could
It's-
get work.
The ing zapper.
One room where the lightning is all exaggerated.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
Oh, you guys again.
Yep, these guys again. At least you can just dark beam them, which is weird because you're supposed to be dark pirate commandos. And yet the dark beam is so effective against them. It's like, what? Which is basically contrary to what the game has been teaching you throughout playing it.
I get everything in Dark Torvus? Yes, I have. Now I just gotta get that 1E tank from that big boost puzzle. And I think I am done with everything else in Torvus.
Still a shame what happened to me on eBay. Customer service is so lousy.
To who?
As far as like eBay.
Oh.
It's completely off topic, but yeah. Like, that's the craziest thing. Like, just, like, imagine going to a store, getting, like, you know, $100 eBay card, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then, all of a sudden, it's like, okay, you scratch it, and then it's like, oh, a portion of the code is missing. Let's get that fixed. So then you do it, and you contact eBay for help. And what they end up doing, unfortunately, is, they're like, oh, well, your gift card isn't activated. I'm like, yeah, it is. That's what they do upon purchase. So don't tell me it's not activated, right? But, you know, just in case, I go back to the place I got it from, and it's like, oh, we activated it. I'm like, yeah, I know, but they said that you didn't. So it's like, I'm basically going back and forth. And so I try to provide proof that I have the gift card and everything to maybe get it rectified and maybe get a different code. So I do that, but oh, I forgot to categorize it properly. So then my account essentially got suspended. So it's like, okay, cool, thanks. Is there any way to clear that up and get it unsuspended? Oh no, it's permanently done. There's nothing you can do. It's like, oh, thanks.
And you just wasted the whole $100.
Exactly. So I lost my account and I wasted $100. So that's nice. Nope, there wasn't for that. I looked. There wasn't a number on that particular one.
You know what? I'm just gonna save myself a lot of trouble and just...
Because they have different versions.
Should have done that earlier. Alright.
I actually didn't know you could kill those things. The sporbs.
Yeah, if you time it right, you can pop them with some morph ball bombs, but otherwise you can just shoot them outright.
Right. Yeah, because I remember the moment they drop you, they just retract back and they're immune to damage, so I didn't know you could actually take them out. I remember them being extremely annoying in this part.
Yeah, thankfully this should be the second to last energy tank I need to look for. Or I'll... Actually, no, I might be missing one. I can't count. Oh right, I'm missing a power bomb up top. I know where it is. Fastest way back to the main temple, or... Yep, a complete you kids in your spring ball moment.
Yep. Yeah, the spring ball completely trivializes that setup.
Yeah, I would say it makes Prime 2 kind of stupid easy in certain parts.
Yeah.
Especially all the Morph Ball bosses.
Mm-hmm. Well, I don't think it really affects the Boost Guardian much, but...
Nah, it
definitely
doesn't.
The Spider Guardian.
Yeah, Boost Guardian, I mean... Even if you Spring Ball out of the way, out of the puddle, it's like, that's not gonna mean much.
No. And then there's the Caretaker drone, which is... There's no matter what, the Spring Ball does absolutely nothing in that fight, so yeah.
Well, other than get you out of danger from the electrified floor.
Oh, yeah, that's true. Mm-hmm. I remember dying many times to that boss in the past because I simply could not get out, because every time I tried to Morph Ball Bomb, I'd get hit, and I'd be stuck down there.
Alright, I know where the last power bomb is. I think I may have an idea of where the last two missile tanks, maybe? Oh, I know which one I'm missing. It's the Denzium block in Agon Wastes. I completely forgot about that. It's the one where you have to powerbomb something by where one of the sandfalls was. Let me get that real quick. Since it's pretty close to the portal.
Fast travel.
Hey, how did I forget about that? I am grateful I have this list.
Yeah. I could just imagine, Samus going through the beam of light and just hearing Deja Vu playing in the background. And it's relevant too because she literally has been to this place before.
Eat black hole.
Boost.
Okay, that doesn't really work on hard.
You just freeze them and missile them. It's way more effective. Honestly, Dark Burst is so useless. Well, except in the final fight. But other than that, yeah, there's no reason to use Dark Burst on a normal enemy. It's all good, Matt.
Yeah, don't worry, it's just the end game grind right about now.
Yeah, you're not missing much.
Yeah. Yeah, at least we're not saving 8 Shrine Maidens.
Yeah.
Actually, wait a minute. It was 7 of them, right? And then Ganon's Tower was the 8th, the Dark Venue. I don't know what dungeon in Link to the Past gave me the hardest time. Oh, it was the... Actually, it was the Swamp Palace. I did not like that venue. I think I know where the last missile pack is. I know where the last Power Bomb expansion is. If I'm at 250, 13, and 9, I think I know where they are. I just need to get the bloody... Let me... where's the display? And turn that off. Let's see if this... Let's see if I turn this off and it doesn't tell me about... Oh, you can boost off spider rails. Okay, it doesn't. I should just wait.
It's crazy. It's crazy too because I mean, if you've played this game before, you probably haven't seen the hint system at all. Like, it's so out of the way. So you could go through several playthroughs and not realize that you could turn that off. Also, beam ammo was probably the worst idea in Prime 2, in my opinion.
It gets a bit more obnoxious on hard mode.
Yeah. Though I will say, I do like the fact that they had to do something to nerf the Annihilator Beam. Otherwise, that thing would have just erased everything completely scot-free.
Or at least the weapon ammo system in Prime Hunters at least made sense.
Yeah. They're just like, oh, if you liked it so much in Hunters, you'll like it in 2, right? No. And then they even added multiplayer, and it's just like, just to kind of piggyback off of the DS. But it's like, yeah, there's no online, so it's kind of pointless.
It's like, unfortunately, even by 2006, we don't really have, like, the good couch co-op days of GoldenEye and Perfect Dark, or hell, even Nightfire or Agent Under Fire as well. And oh crap, here's you. Get out of my face, please. Yeah, that's just an ammo refill. I don't need that right now. I might just go back to my ship and then recharge before go to the final venue. Yeah, there is absolutely no reason to be here unless you're doing the key hunt.
Yeah. Yeah, because by this time you've collected everything.
Well, that and this one, that if you try to do this while you're still doing the regular Sanctuary arc, this place is just a freaking dead end.
Pretty much, yeah. Just like, target is something that you that provides power to the hive. It's like, oh, I hope you don't mind I don't know, blow it up. Yeah, this place would be a dead end for sure.
I think this place would have made a lot more sense if you're trying to explore it if you were, I don't know, doing it as part of the one regular 3 keys, but... this feels kind of forced.
Yeah. It's like, oh, we don't want you collecting them all before you complete the game, after all.
Yeah, I'm like... I would have been far more okay if they didn't add the light suit requirement, but they're like, oh, we gotta have it used somewhere.
Exactly. Well, fast travel, that's it. That's all you need it for. So don't forget about the regular temple grounds. There's a light suit area there too. I don't know if you used it though.
That's just the last E-tank.
Okay.
So I need that, the supernova, the last power bomb in temple grounds.
Supernova. Well, the supernova is easy. Just
and the last missile tank from the light side pillar here. I thought you were dead.
pretty sure enemies respawn.
I know the Ink Smasher's still on normal. I just hope it's not one of those stupid hard mode only quirks.
That's probably it.
Best portal out of here. What's that hall? No pirate commandos. If you bother me, don't. Yeah, I was looking at the item guide. There's only like 2 missile packs in this place, and both of them you can get during regular progression. Of course, the wall jump wall one, I'm like, okay, I don't remember where that was, but... And what made the pirates think they could put an outpost out here? I mean, I get Torvus, but... Here? Really? Okay, I got all the missiles.
Yeah, I was at 250. Just could not find the last one. Or more like I just didn't want to bother to look. Yeah, that one Sonic item in Agon Waste was really annoying because I remember trying to screw attack and I would always hit it too high because there's such a narrow opening. I can't even count how many times I've hit the wall or the ceiling, and it's like, or there was one time I bounced in, but then it bounced me out. I was like, come on. Back where everything began. It's kind of funny, like, you know, you progress through this game and you pretty much forget, oh yeah, that's right, there were troopers here. That was a thing. Yeah, Supernova was also kind of annoying to get, but not as annoying as Dark Burst, in my opinion.
Funny how there's just this portal just for one room.
Yep. Can't get out. Just ingworms. Well, you know what they say, better ingworms than ringworms.
I forgot what I had to do with this puzzle. Just use seekers on both yellow and blue.
It's been a while since I've done this too. But I think so, yeah.
All for a one-room puzzle. I don't remember Link to the Past being this obnoxious with portal puzzles. Or at least you had the magic mirror.
Right.
Just blue.
Now back to the Light Temple. Oh, White Ether.
I will say this though, with the Seeker missile implementation, I think Dread did it better when they added the Swarm missile system.
Mm-hmm. I like that they included it in Dread, which is such a welcome addition to 2D Metroid. And quite frankly, I'm surprised nobody thought of it earlier, but to be fair, there wasn't exactly free aim before.
And my prize is a supernova projector.
Sunburst, right? It's not supernova. It should be called supernova, though.
And these are the worst enemies to even practice this against.
Exactly. It doesn't do it. Just use the Dark Beam. That's it. Even the devs kind of forgot their own rules. Like, oh yeah, they're dark enemies, right? Use the light, use the sunburst on them. No, never use the dark beam.
Or rather, they went, oh shit, we don't really have anything that can exactly freeze enemies, so, let's do that.
Right, exactly. But then it's like, oh, wait a minute. I'm surprised. Oh my goodness, I really hope they don't do this, and if they ever remake this game, if they make it so you can't freeze the Dark Troopers, oh no.
That's gonna be absolutely rough. I mean,
yeah, because given what happened to the Ice Troopers in the first game, if they did the same, if they gave it the Pirate Commandos that same treatment in the second game, then
well,
they'll be 10 times worse than the Chozo Ghosts.
I would say that they need to buff light beam damage against dark enemies, especially the particularly annoying ones, if they're gonna undo that.
Yeah, exactly. I agree 100%. Like, they would have to at that point. But they probably won't.
Okay, that's the last peanut butter sandwich, but... Hmm.
99%.
I got 14, 255, 10, and all 4 weapon expansions. Oh, right. I know what I'm missing. It's the last beam expansion.
Yeah, I was wondering about that. I was like, you seem to be a little short.
Yeah, although to be fair, that's probably something I don't really think of grabbing until like the absolute last second. I know where it is, but...
Right.
Only there's a beacon around here. Oh, there it is. Come to the light. Oh, I hate this. Thanks. I hate where you've landed. Whose key am I missing? Oh, I know where it is. It's, the one in that alcove, right by the sanctuary elevator.
Oh, you didn't get that one yet? That's surprising.
No, because that's the one that's blocked by the ink storm, and I don't think of getting that one until, like, way later.
That's fair. Oh, I'm thinking of, like, Light Ether, but yeah, the ink storm, yeah. If you don't have the light suit, then that storm will tear you apart.
Yeah, I'm trying to think up where the nearest portal. I know. I know.
I'll be back.
solve a Sonic puzzle, and then... Or imagine if you can't freeze the dark Metroids anymore. That's gonna be nasty. Alright, well, I found all 10 keys. Actually, no, 9. Someone else already put in the 10th. Okay. Let me save, or let me save nearby, or let me go back to my ship and then, I know which way. Or do I? Is this the Torvus door? See. Oh, leave me alone. It's always those frickin' pirates. Oh, leave me alone. Rightful annoyances they are. Alright. We're just about ready to enter Endgame. Yeah, I found out why the Reticola was kind of ghosting out on me. There was something in the controller settings I had to keep checked on. Ow. A bunch of do's and don'ts I've learned. I hope they fix the hitboxes on these. If they ever do a redo on this.
Alright, I'm back.
Alright, time to return the keys.
Oh well, I got back just in time. The Lord of the Metroids, Return of the Keys.
And... well, we're gonna see the Wrath of the Nazgul soon enough.
Yeah. I would say this would be Sauron.
The last energy source being just one big flaming eye.
Yeah. I mean, technically, that's what the first phase is. I would say the Nazgul were probably the Guardians that you had to fight.
Imagine if we had to go through this for 8 different dungeons or 8 different venues.
Oh my goodness.
I think 3 is enough.
Exactly, yeah.
Well, I guess I won't be claiming that without a fight.
No, of course not. Back to a corner.
Just... ammo.
You know, it's one thing I kind of figured out is Samus doesn't destroy Talonfall. Samus doesn't destroy Ether. I think the only planet Samus has ever destroyed in the Prime games would have to be Phase.
Does Outpost Omega count?
I mean, I don't think it counts as a planet, per se. Have you ever seen the concept art of what Prime 2 would have been like?
Here in the gallery or someplace else?
Someplace else.
No, I haven't.
Yeah, it was going to take place in a totally different area. And it was kind of strange. Honestly, I'm glad they went with the Ether route, because plans they had before were just odd.
Final boss time. You ready?
Mm-hmm.
They're like, no, you can't claim our son. Oh, boy.
Yeah, you have the Tower of Baradur here, and then you have the eye right there. There you go. Sauron. And there you go. Now, there's the eye. It's literally Sauron. That's hilarious.
We have to blind us. Unfortunately, we don't have the power of blue light.
I mean, you got the Annihilator game, but yeah. The Annihilator beam makes short work of this fight. Just rapid fire again and again. I used to just do super missiles.
Oh right, if you get shot, you get stunned.
Yep, exactly.
That's a move I haven't seen it trigger last time.
Yeah, this is it's not a move he uses very much. I think one of his most annoying attacks is when he causes portals to open and then the tentacles go through the portals. This attack.
Yeah, geez, I appreciate all the health, but I really need some light ammo right about now.
Maybe you should shoot the tentacles with dark beam. Assuming you could hit him with the dark beam.
Give me that one shot, please. Cool. Alright. So much miasma.
One thing that surprises me, why does this particular dark gas hurt Samus in the light suit? Because if you really think about it, it's like you went through poison water, you went through the toxic mist that the Inkclaws dispense. But this hurts you? Okay.
Making power bombs is actually useful during a boss fight.
Well, I mean, you had the Omega Pirate in the first game.
I tried that on vanilla GameCube, and I don't think that trick worked.
It works pretty well.
I know.
It gets rid of a vast majority of those plates.
No, power bomb, you're ruining the shot.
Ha! It's just sitting there. That's funny.
I never was good enough to shoot it through the back. I'm like, no, I don't want a screw attack. It has a freaking phase-on crack addiction.
That it does. Man, on Hypermode, this thing takes forever to destroy. But the Annihilator Beam really makes short work of it.
Oh, cool. Actually nailed that one.
Nice.
Alright, down to 25%, and it's still mad as ever.
Nice. Hold it off again.
Ah, that was my shot.
Or like,
Oh boy. Even by hard standards, this was rough.
yeah, it really.
Alright, Dark Ether. I claim your son.
That was such a terrible movie.
But it's easy to make fun of.
I agree. Definitely one of the most iconic lines in that movie. The power of the sun in the palm of my hand.
Alright, let's get out of here before this dimension collapses on us.
At least the timer isn't subtracted in hard mode or hyper mode.
Gotta reload on it a little bit and then let's go. And yeah, I'm not gonna look at the save station, but they're gonna say, "Oh, we're sorry, go find another save station." I'm like, "There's an escape timer. It's not. Of course, it's not gonna work."
Exactly. Save station off.
Save station offline. Power overload has decommissioned this unit. Look for another one. I'm going. No, we gotta get out of here.
Pretty much. It's like there aren't any other ones.
It's like, and I can't call my ship through a dimension.
Exactly.
The most sandbaggy fight.
I'm sure if you escaped this planet's atmosphere, quote unquote, you wouldn't reach space. You'd just be in some like void. Looking a lot more like Metroid Prime now, aren't you, Dark Samus?
Oh, don't do this to me.
Ah. Pretty sure the Dark Beam still does a lot to Dark Samus.
Yeah, the problem is just getting it to line up on her.
Right. Okay, you use the charge beam, that's it. And then, of course, Dark Samus has a totally different scan.
Crap!
my biggest problem with this fight. It's just one giant waiting game. But of course, you got a timer, and you're like, "Oh, I'm waiting for you to finish your attacks."
That and this is hard mode, so
Yeah, you tank a lot more hits.
yeah, and I have to. And this is going to be like down to the absolute last second. Can't believe I got that off.
Yeah,
It's like, oh, you get all the energy, and nope. Ah! Oh, I am grateful I did not hit her with that. Because that would have restored her health.
wait, her health can be restored.
Her health can restore if she's shrinking and you shoot the phazon right back at her.
Oh, I actually didn't know that.
I found that out on my last run.
Interesting.
Case in point.
Oh, you just did it. I'll see it later. Oh, yeah, I see it. Wow.
Alright, this is going to be down to the absolute wire.
Oh, yeah, you have 2
100 seconds left. Alright.
I think you'll be okay.
For the win! Oh, crap. Now are you dead?
Because Prime 3 is a thing. I can imagine what Dark Samus would look like in if this game was remade, and then yeah, I really hope Nintendo remasters this game.
Yeah, definitely one that deserves it.
I agree. I think Prime 3 doesn't really need it.
Maybe just an
What would be-
upscale.
Yeah.
Because if the art style still holds up, then don't bother too much with it.
Right. And I would love to see how the Ing would be redesigned, because I've seen the concept art, and man.
Well, we just caused a
Only-
total dimensional collapse, so we can count that on the planetary kill sheet.
I guess. Does that really count as a planetary kill, though?
Sealing a dimension? I don't know if it was called really destroying a dimension or just sealing it off once and for all.
I think it's destroying it completely. Because if you think about it, Ether would have been destroyed if all the energy was gone, and Dark Ether would have reigned supreme. So yeah.
And we just have to wonder whatever happened to that meteor. Did it just dissipate entirely upon impact?
I think that's what happened. Though maybe the Dark Temple, the Sky Temple was the meteor, perhaps? Because it kind of looked like it.
Well, mission accomplished. We found out what happened to the Marines, wrecked another pirate operation, found more Phazon, established a friendly first contact with another alien species, and destroyed a dark dimension. Now give me money.
Pretty much. Yeah, exactly. I'm pretty sure her mission was retrieve them or rescue them. But it's like, okay, well, I went. There's nowhere to rescue, but I saved an alien species. So yeah, I mean, I should at least get paid for that. No, you were supposed to take out the soldiers. You're not getting. You were supposed to bring our soldiers back, so you're not getting any money. It's like, crap.
Or I found out what our soldiers were going after and destroyed their plans.
Yeah, pretty much. Well, the space... Okay, to be fair, yeah, the space pirates, okay. I can see the Federation being like, alright, well done in that regard.
And you found Phazon somewhere else. Normally we write this off as a one-off, but if there was another one, then alright. This is more than just coincidence.
Pretty much. And then, of course, you have 3. When things get really crazy with the Phazon. Oh man, I can't wait for Prime 4.
Yeah. If I can get a replica remote and nunchuck working, then I'll try to do Prime 3, but it probably won't be through PrimeHack if I'm playing it vanilla.
Yeah.
I'm not doing it with a controller because there are some bosses that were not meant to be aimed with a controller.
Exactly.
Yeah, we take lock on in first person shooters
Moganar.
for granted, or snap aiming.
Right. Moganar. All I have to say, worst boss in all of Prime 3. I hate that thing.
Or it's like the one boss where you're going, oh yeah, I should turn on free aim while locked on.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah. Yeah, it's like, I get you wanted to make the Wii more of a light gun console, well, up until the PS3 kind of upended it in a few avenues, but I don't think I can call really 3 games a good avenue for that so far.
No, not at all.
Well, actually, no, 6. I forgot 3 of them were in a compilation.
Gotcha.
No, you had, were the light guns available on PS3? I know they did Dead Space Extraction and House of the Dead Overkill in a bit higher quality than the Wii version.
House of the Dead Overkill was such a bad game. It's a shame. Like, that was how the series basically ended before they remade it. They didn't even include the original soundtrack in the remake, which is a massive crime.
Did you see Kaz's video on the second remake?
For what? The original House of the Dead?
No, the remake for 2.
There's a remake for 2?
Apparently, there was an announcement that it was going to be on the Switch, and yeah, Kaz, who's a Japanese light gun streamer, and he's one of the best guys in the top 10 leaderboards. Yeah, there were some things he didn't have positive opinions to say about what happened with his impressions with 2's remake so far. I'll give you the video for that in a hot bit.
Yeah, that would be interesting to watch. Because here's the thing, the first game had a phenomenal remake. It would have been perfect if they redid the original soundtrack, but Sega was like, nah, sorry, we'll let you remake the game, but you can't use our music. And it's like, the heck? That doesn't make any sense.
What other games can I think of? I already mentioned Dead Space Extraction. I heard that was a surprisingly great light gun game. What were the other 3 I was thinking of? Oh yeah, the Time Crisis 4 compilation. They did 4, Raising Storm, and Dead Storm Pirates. I'm trying to think what other light gun games were available on the PS3 at the time. Because I know the Wii had a good smattering of those left and right, but...
Well, yeah, because that was the whole shtick of the Wii.
Yeah, especially all the Resident Evil light gun spin-offs.
Right.
Yeah, and you probably heard about Namco doing a collab, or at least I think there was a Kickstarter backing that did get their licenses. It was some of the PS1 titles, Time Crisis 1, Point Break, and crap, I'm forgetting the third one. Apparently, I don't know how to pronounce it. The gamey, it's G quotes aim E. I don't know how to pronounce it. Yeah, it's supposed to be a little bit of what the Sinden does, along with a bit of AI assistance. The camera-based aiming method, not the infrared one. Of course, here's hoping they don't goof up and still induce all the flashings when you shoot. I'm like, we're way past that now because we have seizure awareness.
Yeah, pretty much. Though to be fair, they had a disclaimer in the beginning of those games anyway. So it's like, hey, if you have seizures, probably shouldn't be playing these games.
And somehow Dark Samus has survived.
Exactly.
I guess I'll just save and say, I'm done with Hypermode. The end. Or
somehow Palpatine returned. I mean...
Yeah, that's a problem leaving these games. It's always that ear pierce.
Yeah. One thing I don't like about the Prime Trilogy version is that they don't bring you back to the original menu. It's just, this is the menu.
The arm
they might as well have this menu and then have the original menus when you open up the games. We Connect 24. I remember those days. Those were good days.
Yeah, and I think this version, it's basically just beat the bosses to unlock the sketches rather than what the original did with you have to get everything on the logbook and then get 100% items. Oh yeah, and beat the game once on hard. I'm going. I've already done this on hard. I don't think I have the appetite to do OG hard, especially if it's a lot more painful than this.
Mm-hmm. Spider going. You're gonna show off the multiplayer maps.
Yeah, I might as well do that.
Some of the map designs are really cool. Just a shame that you can't play this online. I could imagine this being super fun to play with people online.
Yeah, because otherwise, I really wish this gave a little bit of, you know, Nightfire or all the other GameCube era shooters a run for their money.
Yes. Oh, dude, Nightfire was amazing. Especially some of the map design in Nightfire, like the tundra area, where you could stand in the steeple and start shooting rockets at everybody. That was fun.
Yes, the ski lodge. That was fun.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Not to mention one of the
unfortunately,
best songs in the game.
Here's a little caveat. I did ask the PrimeHack guys, what about multiplayer? Unfortunately, they said, not supported. So,
Yeah.
for this case, it's just, I'm just showing the maps off, or at least showing how some of the other, Samus
I'm sure they probably have been asked, so have you ever gotten, oh hey, this is what the menu looks like in the original Prime 2.
That it does. Again, I'm just going to show the maps off, and only Orange Samus can move. Yeah, so for the other controllers, yeah, weapon and visor selection and aiming doesn't work. And, yeah, playing with mouse and keys, mouse aiming only works with player 1.
I was about to say, maybe you could get away with doing something like this and, what's it called? Parsec. But there would be a lot of input delay, and yeah.
That, and you need something like as natural as a PC port, like what's happened with Perfect Dark. I don't know if Star Fox 64's PC ports multiplayer works, or at least in split screen.
Right. Also, Sidehopper Station. Recognize the planet that it's next to?
Yeah, a lot of asset reuse, I can tell.
Yeah. Talon 4.
It's also kind of funny how in this version, the player dots have their own distinct colors. Whereas like in the OG version, everything was just an orange blip against each other, so you couldn't tell who was where.
Right.
I would say definitely this would pass as like a Half-Life multiplayer map. They got the trampolines and some of the other stuff that this could easily work with.
I don't know, I'm getting heavy, like, Quake vibes.
True. That could work too. Or, do you think this would work in an Unreal Tournament setting?
I could see it. Like 1v1.
Yeah. I don't think this would really be good for like a Counter-Strike 5-on-5.
Well, I mean, you'd need more than 4 players for that.
Yeah, and this is definitely like optimized for like 2 to 4.
Yeah, there's no way you'd be able to fit 8 players on this tiny map.
Yeah, I don't know if they're gonna do like, oh, we're gonna do 2 remastered, but also we're gonna change the skybox for Talon 4 like what we did in 1's remaster. Yeah, I think I've explored pretty much damn near this whole map, so Yeah, I believe the music you get unlocked. I don't know if you have to beat the game for that, or because I did Agon Wastes on Vanilla GC earlier today during my free time, and looks like you unlock the music further down in the game. I don't know if you have to beat the game and then all the music unlocks. Luminoth theme. Catapult capture the flag, anyone? It's also funny just how much you can see some of the ragdolling animations or the way some of the other players end up eating it. Getting blown up and chunked, just simply fainting. There's a drop with a light beam in it. That ain't it. Ah, here we are. Yep. Though I will say I did enjoy Prime Hunters as multiplayer, especially when you just did it on your own free time and dealt with the bots. Ooh. And Annihilator is kind of busted when you manage to get it in multi. I don't believe that charge combos are a thing here. This cannot be the only ammo drop box around here. Okay, yeah. What happens if I try to blow up a morph ball? Wow. Morph ball gets chunked. Just needs some place to show death by dark beam, and I think we're golden. Yeah, Spires and Pipeline are the two maps that aren't unlocked from the beginning. So yeah, Spires, I'm like, eh. Use of Fendrana. Yeah, I don't think the spawns are really nice up here. It's like, yeah, one underwater and the other three already in killing range of each other. Also the space jump animation. It's like, oh, she can backflip or just a regular somersault jump.
Right. I never really did get to see that in the first game. Also, this looks a lot like Fendron. Or the pirate base from the first game. Again, asset reuse, but...
Yep.
I remember you could get like a power up for like, yeah, just nothing but power bombs, but there was also like an instant kill power up that you could get.
Yeah, the death ball.
Oh, death ball, I remember. I remember I played this a bit with my dad in the past, and all he basically did was go into morph ball and then just drop bombs everywhere and boost into me constantly. There was nothing I could do about it.
Like so.
Pretty much. Oh no, like boost ball.
Oh yeah, I have to show that off.
Oh yeah, and you could freeze, that was a thing. Nintendo really dropped the ball with the Prime Trilogy multiplayer. They could have easily added online support, but they refused.
Yeah, it was kind of a bad angle to show that off. Or it's like we're going, oh, you have Kirby multiplayer, but it's like, really?
Yeah. Honestly, that would have incentivized me to get the Prime Trilogy because it's like, because in my case, it's like, hey, I already have all 3 games. What do I need this for? But if multiplayer had online, I'd be like, you know what? Yeah, I'm getting it.
Alright, so what have I not showed off yet? So I did Death by Power Bombs, Outstanding, and Morph. I blew up everyone's Morph Balls. Let's see what happens if I do,
For super missiles.
I think I showed that off once. Alright, trying to aim for a Morph Ball, it's just... Pinball! Oh, so that's what happens when you boost into another ball. Pretty much any death by death and morph ball just results in the morph ball getting chunked.
Yep, it just explodes.
Oh, I didn't realize that could happen.
I mean, to be fair, that's how it happened in the Prime games when you die in Morph Ball anyway, so...
No, I was talking about the one where one of the Samuses ended up just floating dead in the water.
Right. I saw that, yeah. bit delayed.
Yeah.
I don't know if you visited this map yet, but there's another there's another map that has nothing but spider ball railings, and
I'll show that off.
that's a fun map. Spider complex, yep.
Agon mines.
Yep.
Ooh. Alright, yep. Death ball. Powerbomb style disintegration. Yeah, I don't know why anyone would play with this theme.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I don't get it either. Because Pirate Fear is literally just, you know, it's the ambiance. There's no battle theme. Now, if it was the Space Pirate battle theme, that'd be different.
See what other goodies around in this map.
Dark Echoes would probably have been the one that I would have used as a theme. But that's basically Dark Samus's theme.
Yeah, alright. Okay. Every other launch point is just hell through the super missiles. Alright. Yeah, this is a pretty small one, too. So, I don't know what the outside skybox is supposed to be. It's definitely not the meteor sight, because that's not in plain view. Maybe just the generic Phazon Mine skybox?
That's what I'm thinking. Yeah, that's exactly what it is.
And sometimes they'll be launched back with a missile, but otherwise it's like, if you point blank them with a missile, then they get chunked.
Right.
Alright. Next venue. Oh, this one's a nice map.
Yeah. Bounty mode is kind of an odd thing. Deathmatch is the one to play, honestly.
Yeah, because bounty mode is more like... There's no, like, real treasure chests to hunt after. Or rather, it's like you're just shooting each other to grab coins out of each other.
Oh, this is another one of my favorite maps. Also Chozo Ruins.
Yep.
I loved using that turret and instant killing everything.
Unless someone manages to boost ball past the turret and hit the slot to blow you off.
Yeah, I remember that. But once you were in there and you shot at them, that's it. They were done.
Yep. Let me try something. Or I kind of do wonder, if one of the Samuses flies out, you know, like how the pirates get ragdolled when they get kicked out of the turret?
Yeah.
I need to see if that happens here. No. They blow up along with the turrets.
Yeah.
I was like, ah.
They do.
Or remember when we did Mech Warrior 2 Mercnet, and then everything was just having that bad flaming moment?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, the environmental damage. I wonder if you stand in the dark water and you die on that, even while you're getting shot at, that counts as a self-destruct rather than a credited kill.
I think it counts as a self-destruct. We need to play Mercs again. It's been a long time.
That is one menacing Chozo statue if I've ever seen one.
Even if the game is extremely buggy, still.
Yeah, these maps are definitely not capture the flag worthy.
No, not at all. Yeah, Bounty is usually the worst mode.
Yeah, I have to check what Prime Hunters had as their game modes. But I think they had both Deathmatch and Capture the Flag. Someone fact check me on that.
No. Oh, well, I mean, for Hunters, yeah, I think they had more than 2 game modes.
Yeah, even though it was just 4-player, but I'm like, you could easily scale that.
Spires was another good map.
Yeah, I cover that second.
Oh, you did? Okay,
Yeah.
I didn't see that.
And this is just a simple, small arena shooter style map.
I feel like this map would only be good with 2 players, not 4.
Yeah. Because the spawn points for all 4 players are just really like in the 4 corners, but they'll easily have like just both in the opposite end just shooting each other already.
Exactly. Not to mention, this is supposed to be like an area where you can kind of like snipe each other from one end to the other. But yeah, no, this map is way too small for 4 players.
Do you think this is the sort of map that race players would make a killing with?
I guess. I mean, I could see it.
Yeah.
Though there really aren't many areas that you can really move. Like, you know, there's no areas where you can necessarily snipe. I mean, I know like maybe from across, but you don't really get any real vantage point. You're kind of out in the open.
Yeah, now that I think about it, I think Prime Hunters maps had a lot more verticality in it. At least for multiplayer.
Prime Hunters maps had amazing design. It's a shame that I got Prime Hunters too late. I would have loved to have played that game with other people online, but alas, it was not meant to be. Because I couldn't find it anywhere in stores when it came out.
Yeah, and I think I didn't really do Prime Hunters online. I did Mario Kart DS online, but not Prime Hunters.
Yeah, I did Mario Kart DS as well. In fact, I did some hacking sessions online, which was fun. especially with other hackers. We're just kind of messing around throughout the whole map. It was a lot of fun.
Yeah, I think one time there was one victory I had where it was a literal blue shell victory.
Nice.
So it was N64 Chocolate Mountain. They were on the last turn. I launched the blue shell, knocked it when they were cresting that last hill, and then I ended up just stealing first place.
Nice. Did you know how to snake at the time?
Not really. I think I just kept throwing those as saving graces. Not to mention, it's like, yeah, in Mario Kart DS, you cannot hoard an item or stick one on your tailpipe.
Right. I remember I played battle mode a lot with a bunch of people. Nobody wanted to race because I would always beat everyone, so we did battle mode instead.
Oh yes, the days where it was download play and everyone was a shy guy.
Yep. Those are very fond high school memories.
And I think
one of the few fond high school memories I have.
And I think for Prime Hunters, it's just like everyone who was a downloader just played Samus.
Yeah. But nobody had Prime Hunters at the time. I think I was the only Metroid fan in the group, which was sad. Because I'm like, come on, people.
Any F-Zero fans?
One of them, but a little late on. But yeah, like, it's a shame. My friend to this day still refuses to play a Metroid game, and I'm like, why? They're great games, you're missing out. And then he played Fusions, like, I hate to admit it, but I liked it, but that'll be the only game I play. And I'm like, okay, you're just trolling me. You're missing out. Play the Metroid games. All of them. You'll love them.
Yeah, because I'm like, it's like starting with Fusion, I'm like, okay, yeah, mechanically, yes, it's easy to get into, but it's like, you're just missing out on all the story after Super.
Right. And even Dread. It's like, oh, I played a demo of Dread and I liked it, and I'm like, then get Dread!
It's like, yeah, then wait for Nintendo to get up off their asses, put a discount on it, and then just pull the trigger.
Exactly. But they usually don't put out discounts. I mean, it's Nintendo. They'll charge $80 for a game now, and they won't drop. There won't be a sale.
I think we've already mentioned that. 70 we can stomach, because it's like if you set that precedent right after Tears of the Kingdom and stuck with that, then I wouldn't be bitching and moaning.
No, exactly. I mean, yeah, 70 is kind of steep, but 80? That jump is unacceptable. Like, and the thing is, with Tears of the Kingdom, the amount of content that was in that game, I would argue was kind of warranted, you know?
Yeah,
whatever.
Yeah, because, you know, it's essentially like a Monolith Soft expansion pack.
Yeah. Not to mention you had 3 different areas that you could travel to, like all of Hyrule, the Underground, which was pretty cool, and then you have the Sky Islands, which honestly, more could have been done there. I was very disappointed in the Sky, if we're being honest.
Alright.
Though I will say, that whole hidden island that you had to go to and get the 5th hero, so to speak. You know what I'm talking about?
I remember the Spirit Temple part, but
you were in the middle of a thunderstorm, and then you had to navigate through that, and you couldn't climb anything because it was raining, and you couldn't have anything metal because you would have been shocked to death.
And you couldn't.
And it was dark.
And it's like you couldn't just jetpack your way around or hoverbike your way around.
Exactly. Eventually I found where I needed to go, but it took a video. Because otherwise, I was just like, I have no idea where I'm going, and I don't have what I need to get through.
Yeah, some of the Monolith soft quests can be like that. I remember playing Xenoblade Chronicles 3, and I'm going... I'm trying to get Noah's sword upgrade, and I'm going... Oh, God. It's like, I have no idea where the 7 legendary Nopon are, or rather, I know where one of them is, but he refuses to talk to me, because I'm going, I have no idea how the hell I'm supposed to talk to him. I'm like, am I supposed to find the other 6 first before I talk to him, or what? That was like one of the few quests. Yeah. There's always that one quest where you always have to look up a guy because you're going, oh crap.
Yeah, except in Tears of the Kingdom there were several, because I remember trying to 100% all the shrines, and I know that you needed to connect them to the light roots and whatnot, which is fine. Like, you know, it's like, okay, if you've seen a light root, you've seen the shrine, but there were some that were so well hidden that I just could not figure out where they were. And then I found out later, oh, I have to blow this up? Are you serious? Like, especially the one in the snow. Like near this alcove. And then you had to, like, melt the ice and whatnot to get through it. And I was like, what? Really? How was I supposed to figure this out? Sorry, there's no DFAing in Metroid Prime.
Yeah. And then remember when Prime Hunters introduced the headshot mechanic?
Yeah, and then they stopped that entirely in this game.
Yeah, I wonder. Out of the other hunters, who did you like playing as?
Well, I never really played multiplayer, unfortunately. I missed my chance.
Oh, you didn't do it with the bots either, because.
Well, I did it with the bots. I think I tried Psylocke, but and Samus is okay.
Yeah, because she has...
Trace was kind of odd, but Noxus was kind of cool. But Trace and Noxus pretty much did the same thing, if we're being honest.
Yeah, Candid for me was kind of... Candid and Weevil for me were kind of weird.
Yeah, I wasn't a fan of either of those characters.
Yeah. Fire, it's like his backstory's cool, but I'm like... That's kind of rough to use because you have to run into people when he's in ball mode.
Yeah. Speaking of Spire, like, man, you know, Spire was a good guy, actually. You just wanted to protect his planet.
Let me... Hang on. No, Spire was the guy whose people was lost, so...
Right.
Yeah, he was trying to use the power to figure out, it's like, what happened to his people. Yeah.
Oh, I'm thinking of Noxus. That was Noxus's backstory.
Yeah, Noxus is the guy who's all for great justice and all.
Yeah, and Spire is just a jerk. Weevil, well, is a space pirate. Space pirate. So yeah.
So I should have read the manual to check up on these, but as far as I know, it's like Dialect has something against the Federation and Samus in particular. Fire wants to figure out what happens to his people, and he hopes the power could do that. Weevil, being a pirate, well, pirate ambitions. Trace is undergoing his rite of passage for the Kryken Empire.
Right.
Noxus is doing something for great justice and all of that, and... Were there only 6 hunters, including Samus? Or am I forgetting one?
I think that's all.
And then there was Candon.
What about Candon, yeah.
Yeah, Candon, who's this megalomaniacal experiment who's just doing shits and giggles just cause.
Yeah, Candon's a character. And then, of course, you know, Silex. I have something against the Federation, but we don't really get any backstory, and I get the feeling that we're going to get some in Prime 4, and that's going to be exciting.
Yeah.
Like, after years, oh, what's Silex's motivation? Yeah, this is what the Ing would have looked like in Remake. That would have been really cool. I think this is when she got her gear stolen.
Yeah. They weren't kidding when they said change was coming with Prime 2.
Oh, yeah.
I wonder if these feats of promo art were like shown in Nintendo Power or something, or just during online materials or through Nintendo and retro sites back then.
I don't know. I don't think so, because I think they wanted people to see him through the game. Maybe there were bits and pieces, but they probably left out some things.
Or if some of these were like idle designs as well.
I could see that, yeah. This would have been cool.
Which number?
The one with the thing with the ingworms, like the Amorbus.
22?
They should have kept that, honestly.
Yeah, I've definitely seen 23 in other promo art pieces.
Yeah, I've seen 23 as well.
Theatrical-ish poster, I suppose. 25.
Yeah, this one. This is the one I'm talking about. Yeah, this one would have been perfect for the cover. Though maybe it would have spoiled Emperor Ring. I don't know. Because that kind of looks like Emperor Ring.
Yeah, I would say maybe 20... maybe not
This one
21. 22, I'd agree with you.
27. 27 was pretty good too. Yeah, 22 would have been great as well.
Alright, the definition's not really high enough for me to read all of this.
Yeah. Oh, nice.
Yeah, sketching out how the intro is supposed to go.
Yep. What a face for Samus.
Yeah, it was like definitely like that crusty NES art.
Yeah. Like, I don't know, it kind of looked like there was a troll wearing Samus's costume there. Like, literally, it's the troll face. Before it was a thing. I think they originally planned to put Speed Booster in this game. But then they stopped and like, how are we going to implement that in Prime?
Yeah, you don't have a lot of runway or straightaway room to implement that.
Right. Or you can't really crouch either, so yeah.
Yeah, and it's like, not to mention, it's like we didn't have an L1 button on the GameCube, so it's like we didn't have anything that could just, you know, be a decelerate or brake button to trigger the spark.
Right.
And we didn't have clickable sticks either.
The only way I could think them doing something like this is if they did what they did with Other M, minus the awful control scheme, and they made it into kind of like, I hate to say it, but open world.
Or, you know, it's like the director could not have gone on an ego trip and, you know, listened to the developer saying, you do realize every other Metroid player has played with a nunchuck up to this point, right? Or every other freaking first-party Nintendo game up to this point that is, you know...
Sakamoto was weird during that time. And the worst part, too, is, like, the story he came up with was so bad. And everyone else was like, yeah, this is dumb, don't do this. But Sakamoto's like, no, it's me. I have all the creativity behind this. This is my game. And everyone hated it.
Or it's like you would have hoped that Miyamoto or someone else up on the food chain would have smacked him upside the head and said, "Stop it."
Miyamoto doesn't care about Metroid.
Oh yeah,
he's more of a Mario Zelda guy.
And who's
Metroid is more of a Sakamoto thing.
I thought Eiji Onuma was the Zelda head honcho.
Oh, you're right. It is new. Yeah, Aonuma. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, Miyamoto is definitely Nintendo. Like, definitely Mario.
Yeah, and Sakurai's Kirby, and although
Kirby and Smash, yeah.
Yeah.
Wasn't he also... No, Star Fox was Miyamoto.
I have no idea whose face is supposed to be.
Oh, this is the beta stuff that I was talking about. Yeah, that was going to be a character in the early version of Prime 2. Except for those Ing. Phenomenal artwork.
Corrupted feds.
I'm guessing that giant thing was supposed to be like the Luminoth. I'm glad they downscaled those things. They were huge. Yeah. Yep, the corrupted Federation troopers.
I think they try to make the Emperor ring a lot larger. And then they realized, yeah, quadraxis for large quadruped foe.
Yeah. I mean, to be fair, the first phase of the Emperor ring was pretty big, so yeah.
But not like foot's like less than. Alright, early Dark Samus. I think they were oh. Only the hitboxes on the tentacles weren't freaking god-awful.
Right.
Guessing this is early hardcore light suit prototypes. Right. Luminoth. I wonder if they were supposed to be wearing a face mask too. Alright.
That would have been kind of weird. I don't think so.
You think it's just their face model?
That's definitely their face model. I mean, they're based off of a moth, so yeah. And then there's a Morbus.
Yeah, I wonder what they were trying to do with this one. Light, dark pillars. I'm going... I don't know if they were trying to repeat the Flagra fight with this, but... where you have to shine lights on their faces, but...
I'm glad they didn't go that route.
Yeah, because otherwise that would have been just a straight repeat.
Yep.
Alright, Samus hiding behind cover against Arrow Pirates. This one's good.
Yep.
Alright, number 20. Or... oh. Enemies that would have entangled Samus by spitting stuff at her. Huh. Yeah, I think we've already had enough with entangling and icing, so...
Yeah. I could imagine that being a really annoying enemy.
Yeah, I think it's what those frogs in the... I would have thought it's what those frogs in Torvus Bog should have been, but they're like, no.
Yeah, I was about to say, you don't want to make Torvus Bog more annoying. The Shredders.
I hope that's not Ridley. What else had this annoying wing feature?
Yeah, no, that wasn't going to be Ridley. I'm thinking it looks like a plant.
Right. Early concept for Sanctuary.
Oh wait, no, it doesn't. It's not a plant. Okay. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not sure if it's supposed to be one of those triangular shade trees.
Yeah, that's kind of what I was thinking, but no. Okay, now we're in this.
Early concepts for Sanctuary. I'm like, this could have worked if they tried to double down on the Tron aesthetic.
Yeah, I can agree. I can agree with that. But what we got was better, in my opinion. Up in the dark world, it's like, how would that work?
Yeah, I would have thought that with Sanctuary they could have done something like another specialized dark skybox instead of the generic purple one we got throughout the game.
Yeah, I could agree with that.
Yeah,
again, if they remastered this game and if they changed the backgrounds, oh my goodness. That would be something else.
Yeah, or at least we're grateful that, Dark Torvus Bog, when you sap the energy, it doesn't, give off, like, acid rain vibes. That would suck.
Yeah. I mean, you already had the bad atmosphere.
All sorts of dark creatures. All the small critters. Bears and mechs. Ah, yes, annoying sea creatures and the like.
The blog. classic Prime enemies.
Alright. Looks like this was something that was cleared for release from the art department.
Yep. The Grinchler. The Grinchler who stole Christmas.
I guess this was what they were thinking of when they were doing the Amorbus fight. Like, what's
Yeah, they really put a heavy emphasis on Amorbus. They really liked that boss. I think Amorbus has gone through so many different redesigns. It's
like, what can we do that's not the same as Flagra?
pretty much. But then there's the quad units. Shredder.
I don't know if this was supposed to be a heavy pirate or like the early Ink Smasher design. It almost looks like an elite.
I think that was supposed to be an Ink Smasher. Wait, no. No, I'm seeing the claws. No, that's definitely a pirate.
Yeah, I would have thought this would have been something like one of the elite pirates.
Yeah.
Right,
Would have been interesting, but I'm glad we got Ink Smasher instead.
Yeah.
There it is.
Honoring.
Yeah, those honorings are so annoying. Second only to the Dark Pirate Commandos.
Variations on the warriors. And of course the last kind of annoying Grinchler.
Yep. I hated the Grapple Guardian so much. Such a repetitive fight.
Yeah, it also doesn't help that I got ammo locked doing it on hard. So I was like, oh crap, I ran out of light ammo. And its hitbox, or at least when you can shoot its eye, is very unforgiving.
Yep. Exactly.
I guess these were supposed to be early companions, or early drafts of them. Yeah, I don't think Cthulhu Face would have been the way to go to tell us where to go.
No. I agree. Especially if they're supposed to be depicted after moths, and then you see Cthulhu. It's like, what? That makes no sense. I'd imagine that being more like a sort of like a marine race. These are definitely the coolest looking pirates in all of the Prime games. Kind of shocked they didn't stick with that design in Prime 3. Oh, these pirate commandos. Ugh. I'm guessing this was supposed to be a space pirate, like the earlier ones. These are the Galactic Federation, yeah. Some of these concept arts are really cool. I have no idea what this is supposed to be.
Which number?
8.
Yeah, I'm not sure if this was supposed to be an early marine design or another suit design.
Yeah.
Marine design, but a little more bulkier. Oh yeah.
Like maybe that was supposed to be the light suit, but I don't know.
I wonder if this was supposed to be like the muscle fiber plating inside the suit.
Yeah, I could see that. I know they kind of expanded that with Dread.
Really light suit design, but yeah, it's like, of course we need to see Samus's eyes.
Yep.
The glow in the dark feature.
Mm-hmm. And I'm glad the light suit didn't end up looking like that for 15.
I'm guessing this is supposed to be a shine sparking through a gap in Sanctuary.
No, that's screw attacking.
Usually it's like when I see screw attack, I always think of the default pose where it's like both her arms are just clenched or clenched up.
I guess I can see that, but yeah, no, that's definitely screw attacking.
And, alright, what made the cut for the bosses? I wonder if that was supposed to be what Dark Suit was, just taking a Morbus's eyes. But, yeah. Alright, Bug. Original Quadraxis. I'm wondering if this was supposed to be more Igor-esque when they originally thought of this. Yeah, I don't think I can imagine Quadraxis being semi-organic. I mean, I get it, but maybe not in that manner. Did they seriously think of having Dark Samus piloting a mech? Huh. I'm guessing it was a little bit too ambitious in scale and going, alright, it's a timed escape, but let's throw a boss fight in the middle of this. I don't think this would have worked. Doing a mecha fight at the end. Starman style Dark Samus. I don't think I'd call that medieval style armor bent. Escaping and blowing up some other random planet in the process. Huh. And what they finally settled on. A brain fight. I kind of wondered if they were trying to go with more of the digital hexagon art style back in the early 2000s as like the alternate venue, but well, that's the entire second game's gallery.
I just remember the green ones, just friend vouchers, just like, who thought that was a good idea?
Especially when you had to unlock the 3D dioramas.
Right. I totally forgot I had this set to push to talk.
Ah.
Yeah, if I was deadly silent, like, that's why.
Alright. Yeah, after this I'll turn on the demo reel for 2 and then I guess we'll call it a session. But yeah, if I'm gonna do Prime 3, that's gonna be a big 50-50 if whatever I have works. Because because otherwise I'm gonna go, oh great, now I have to ask, it's like, hey, you have a Wii or a Wii U? I mean, and then I have to go coast to coast to get the disc for my folks. I'm going, yeah, I'm not gonna go through all of that. At least if I don't have to.
Exactly.
Yeah, if I can't get Prime 3 working out as intended for whatever reason, I mean, I could do Prime 1 Remastered again, but I'm going, I've already done that like 3 or 4 times. Like, is there a point to
Don't
doing
you
that?
have a way of doing it with a capture card anyway? So you could probably just play Prime 3 on your Wii or Wii U or whatever. If you still have your Wii U.
No, the Wii and Wii U are with my folks.
Ah, gotcha.
And yeah, I don't have a stream capable laptop at the moment, so
I see.
yeah, if it was possible, I could have just used their Wii U, but yeah, again, I don't have anything stream capable at the moment.
Understandable.
Yeah, at least not mobile. And I'm sure as hell I'm not gonna mooch off their system to do it.
Yeah.
Yeah, despite the technical hiccups, I'm gonna say, well, at least I did all of Endgame in 2 hours. I'm going, oh, cool, I've done hard mode in under 8. But
Yeah, it's kind of crazy.
yeah, although granted, could the run have gone a lot better? Yeah, but first time doing hard mode, so of course some hiccups were gonna happen here or there.
All things considered, I think you did pretty well. Like, it wasn't as egregious as some of the other people I've seen play this game.
Yeah, I remember reading on like one of the forums, it's like, between these two idiots, it's like, who do you think is gonna finish the game first? I'm going, oh no.
Yeah, I hate to bash so much on, like, Chugga Conroy, for example, but I saw the Runaway guys for playthrough of Metroid Prime, and it was painful to watch. He kept backtracking, he lost track of where he was, he didn't know his right from his left. Everyone that was trying to help him was so frustrated with him. You should check that out. It's funny, but at the same time, it was kind of... Oh, it made me want to essentially jump through the screen to be like, this is what you have to do. Oh, my goodness.
Or for us who have played the OG Metroid Prime, it's like, it's no surprise that, some of us played GoldenEye and Perfect Dark as kids, so anyone who kind of complained about the control scheme, I'm going, oh, you thought Metroid Prime was bad? Oh, go play GoldenEye or Perfect Dark 1.1, and then we'll talk.
Yeah. But
ask Matt.
To be fair, he played remastered, though, so it's like, he could have changed the controls, but yeah, I don't think they complained. But yeah,
Yeah, because Prime Remastered, it's like, you could do it like any 3 or 4 ways. It's like, you want to do like most of the OG controls as possible. It's doable, although I have heard a few complaints about people who tried to use the original GameCube controller and tried to do it on Classic because start is plus and they put it on minus, and you can't switch plus and minus unless you have unless you're doing it switch to Wavebird. I'm going, oh.
Yeah. I just used the double Joy-Cons and it worked just fine, but yeah.
Yeah, I do. If I'm using a traditional controller, then I'll do it twin sticks. Split Joy-Con, I do it Trilogy style, though. I kind of wish there was a little bit of an infrared aiming guide, or, a bloody
Well, I
switch
mean, we
zapper.
have a mouse now for one of the Joy-Cons.
Yeah. I honestly felt like they could have done something like a switch zapper.
Yeah. I mean, I have to say, though, that was actually pretty cool. Like, changing a Joy-Con into a mouse, basically.
Mm-hmm.
It's neat, but again, if you want to get if the Joy-Cons end up drifting and you need to get a replacement, well, I hope you're able to fork over $90.
Yeah, and there was also another... Yeah, because there was standard twin sticks for normal FPS controls nowadays, classic controls, pointer controls, best with split Joy-Cons, and then Yeah, hybrid aiming style. I'm okay with that on handheld, but I haven't had too much luck with gyro aiming with most of my other controllers so far. So, yeah. Like on
Right.
hybrid mode, it's mostly classic, but you hold aim and then you tilt for gyroscope. Just I think the problem is though, it's like sometimes when you're doing gyro only controls, especially free-handed gyro controls and not like pedestal mounted, you that was the one thing I kind of struggled with doing it with pointer controls. I've had to like recenter it damn near half the time,
No, yeah.
or especially if I had to change my arm slots because yeah, a little bit of force of habit from the Nintendo Wii days where it's like my standard operating procedure back then was I had like a good 42-inch TV and a recliner and I could just rest my hands on the armrests and say done.
Yep, pretty much.
Yeah, which I guess that could work with gyroscope only, but it's like I'm free-handed and I change my arm slots a little bit too much. Sometimes whenever I'm doing a light gun, I have a tendency to aim down the sights. Other times I'll just sit back and shoot from the hip. Although granted, whenever I'm standing up, I always do like aim down.
Yeah, makes sense.
Yeah, especially especially it's kind of a holdover when I play Time Crisis on console, or hell, sometimes I do that in the arcade where it's like I just do like two-handed shooting, or
Yeah.
put one hand on the armrest and then the other put my hands on the armrests and then shoot from there.
Yeah, I remember remember those days.
Yeah, because I remember thinking it's like, what's the best way to do like a modern console-friendly light gun? And I've done it on a whiteboard a few times before, but I'm kind of too lazy to do it now. Yeah, because I was looking at like some other controls and some of the other light guns out there on the market, and I was thinking, well, if I wanted to do something console-friendly, I would not do modern light gun recoil. I'm like, no. Especially if you have to put like the stick or the buttons, on the spine of the gun. Because I was thinking, you know, regular light gun with a trigger, or let me pull out one of the Sindens I have. I gotta calibrate it, or the problem is I may not have the right monitors or TV for this. If that's the case, I'll just give the Sindens to to the gamer's tote box.
Oh, so like I'm just checking Amazon right now, and the wireless Dolphin bar sensor is like $30. Not bad.
Yeah. So, yeah, I was thinking. So I'm just holding a Sinden light gun right now. Yeah, yeah, because I was looking at some other light guns, such as Namco's GunCon 2 and the like, and some other controllers or other handhelds. And I was thinking maybe base trigger, duh, but this is kind of a holdover from the GunCon 2 days where they had a C button where the magazine is. It was one of the reload buttons in Time Crisis,
Right.
or otherwise just a utility button, such as if you wanted to hold the gun like this, where it's like hand on the trigger and then other just gripping under and using the C button to reload. Yeah, I was thinking like maybe under the trigger just have like a grip button. Say like make it as the reload button, or the jump button if you're playing Metroid Prime or the like. And then what the
Right.
gun
I said right.
yeah. And then what the GunCon 2 had right at the hammer of the gun, or at least on the back of the spine, was the D-pad. And yeah, that was about it. Like if you're doing twin gun mode, if you're playing double gun mode in Time Crisis 2 or Crisis Zone, it's like, of course, it's like the other buttons are going to be out of reach. And like, I don't want to use I'm not going to use a dance mat or something as the pedal button. Yeah, the two D-pads, it's like you could turn it to press the button to hide and then let go to shoot. So that's what the D-pads are for. Namco's GunCon 3 ended up replacing the D-pad on the spine and also added 2 other buttons below that. But yeah, if you look up the GunCon 3, it's essentially, I just call it a GunCon 2, but with a nunchuck half-assedly glued onto the side. Unfortunately, the nunchuck-like attachment was also stuck on the left-handed, so it's like you couldn't just switch it if you were trying to play left-hand. I was like, well, that kind of blew.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was thinking maybe for some sort of console-friendly light gun, like I would probably use the GunCon 2 as a base, but a few things I would change. So yeah, definitely trigger, middle and ring fingers, maybe a grip button as well. But make sure it's really durable. The back of the gun, I would put a D-pad or maybe a control stick, and then below that, probably about 4 buttons. Though I don't know what I would pick as the 4 buttons. I was thinking, maybe either the Joy-Con buttons, or I know Nintendo's not gonna like this. Something like the Wonder Swan buttons. So, guess who made the Wonder Swan?
Who?
Gunpei Yokoi. So yeah, because the Wonder Swan, you could hold it like vertically because it had essentially like the equivalent of 2 D-pads, but they were both distinct buttons. And then on horizontal mode, it was like, okay, you had the Y D-pad that was up here, the X D-pad that was like your standard handheld position, and then A and B on the other side. There weren't any shoulder buttons on it. Yeah, because I was thinking on the back of the gun, you could do a control stick and either switch Joy-Con buttons or the Wonder Swan setup as the back buttons, and then just start and select on the side. I don't know if I would do something where like how some people hold the gun with the trigger on the side, just to get their trigger finger off so to not shoot.
Yeah.
Because I know like the GunCon 2 actually had something like that where but oh wait, no. I'm getting that wrong. It was more like if you were holding the gun two-handed like this. Because there were buttons on the side that you could use your offhand thumb or your index or middle finger to use. That's what I was thinking of. But yeah, that's a little bit too out of place. And then, of course, it's like you're not gonna add a recoil module onto this. That's a lot of extra overhead on top of that. I don't know where you're gonna do a light gun but put a rumble motor in it. Where would you put that? Would you put that somewhere inside the grip? Because I don't think you can put a rumble motor on the top of the gun.
I would say the grip, yeah, because I don't think you'd be able to put it in the chamber or anything like that.
Yeah, because I think there's like a good amount of like, yeah, the recoil model, the aiming device, whether it's an IR sensor or a camera, and then there's the PCB. Yeah, and if you're wondering about some of the other light guns, I know Gun for IR, I believe that's a modded GunCon 2. Or at least that's what I've read off the developer site. The aim track kits, though, the PCBs are more GunCon 2 oriented, and their prefabs are the PS1 GunCon 45s. But yeah, if I would be doing the GunCon 45, I think I'm just pigeonholing that to just PS1 shooters for the most part. Yeah, because the OG GunCon 45 was just basically the trigger and then 2 buttons you have to use your offhand with.
Huh. So I'm trying to figure out how it works, like the sensor bar, but yeah, it's basically just Bluetooth. I don't know how the Wii would connect with the sensor bar though. I'd have to
Are you
play
talking about?
around with it.
Is it the Mayflash sensor bar that has Bluetooth
Yeah,
integration?
it's the Mayflash one.
Yeah. So apparently, you USB it to your computer, but I think there's a mode selector where you can switch how the remotes interact with it.
Right.
So yeah, I think the Bluetooth model is in the middle, and then of course you see the lights inside.
Okay. So okay, there's a sync button. Okay, I got it now. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, it's simpler than I thought, and it's pretty cheap. It's only $30. So yeah, I could definitely do this and start playing some Wii games.
Yeah, if it's a one-stop shop for this, if it's a one-stop shop for this on Emu, assuming you have the original Wii remotes and nunchucks, I don't know if the replicas are gonna work, and they haven't said.
I have the
anything.
originals, so that should be fine.
Yeah, you should be fine there. I don't have any originals on hand.
Ah, there you go.
Yeah, so I'm essentially just dice rolling at this point.
Oof.
But yeah, it's like, well, failing that, well, at least I do have an IR guide if I want to buy an infrared light gun.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah. And speaking of like other things on Emu, I kind of do wish that the guys behind PCSX2 would just, not make some things painful than it has to. Say like, it's like, I just want to turn on the cheat code that can turn off flashes when I'm playing a light gun game. Is that so hard?
Right.
Apparently what they did from version 2 on is that they kind of don't let you throw in codes willy-nilly. I'm like, you do realize it's like what some of these emulators are for, right? One, quality of life tweaks to make things a little bit easier. Two, fan translations.
Yep.
Yeah, it's like don't piss both of those don't piss both of those segments off and you'll have it. But
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. It's like I kind of speak too much as a purist sometimes, but even then, I have the foresight to realize I'm going, yeah, there are some things that don't necessarily have to be purely 1-to-1.
Yeah. I mean, if it works, it works. If it doesn't, it doesn't. Yeah.
Yeah, but on some time in some cases there's a don't fix what ain't broken.
Yeah. And unfortunately, a lot of people still don't seem to grasp that. It's like,
Yeah, I know. My day job is a QA analyst, so
uh,
I'm like,
yeah.
It's like, one, put your stuff where it's supposed to be. Two, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. Or if you're trying to, at least explain why.
Right.
All right.
Yeah, that'll be really cool. And to
Yeah.
play some of my Wii games on the channel. That'll be really fun.
Yeah. So further down the line, I'll try to see if I can get Prime 3 working, or at least the way that I want it to go through. Yeah, I'd rather not. I'd rather not do this mouse and keys or with a controller if I can help it. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
I don't know if I want to do Prime 1 Remastered again because, yeah, I don't want to do that way too many times in a 1-year span.
Oh, you've already done it like several times already, so it's
Yeah.
like, okay, we've already seen that.
Yeah, I think I've already done it like 3 times. I already did Remaster like 3 times last year, so I already did it like
Right.
as normal. I try to do it with my capture card at full 1080p and trying out my 1080 canvas on my tower, and then I did it on hard. So I'm like, I don't think there's anything I can legitimately derive doing it over again.
How many times have you done Dread?
maybe just once. I gotta rehearse that.
Do it a second time. Yeah. Get Dread up and running.
Yeah. And there's a couple of other titles that I want to go through right now. I know I'm going through Cold Steel, but that's already my Sunday episode. And then I know Event wanted me to do a mainline Final Fantasy installment, but yeah, he's indisposed right now.
Yeah. Event's going through a lot.
Yeah. Yeah. I don't know if it's really too early for me to do my River City Girls revisit. Or if I should wait until the end. Or if I don't know if I want to try to power my way through Zelda 2: The Adventure of Link.
Oh no. Yeah, don't torture yourself with that.
Yeah. Or
I am error.
Or if I want to talk about like one of the remake avenues, how I talked about I think I don't know if I want to do Zero Mission again one of these days. I wish I could do Zero Mission on hard, but that requires a lot of things to go right. And yeah, let's just say it's like that's more execution based for me, but I'm going, yeah, it's like if I need a lot of things to go right, then it's probably not an ideal plan.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I need a couple of breaks in Zero Mission if I want to do it on hard. Normal, it's like, yeah, I can do like hundo under 2 hours willy nilly, but yeah, hard 100 under 2 hours, that requires a lot of breaks. And for me to not choke.
Especially if you're trying to fight Mother Brain on hard. It's like,
yeah, I'd say if you hoard your super missiles, then yeah, but I think it's like more or less like most enemy health is the same on hard, or at the very least, you know, some of the enemies are replaced with tier 2 enemies, but I think it's mostly just enemy damage. Well, of course, not counting Mecha Ridley, and well, hundoing that is already a pain in the ass in and of itself.
Yeah, Mecha Ridley on hard is a little crazy.
I would say
100%.
I would say even by Dread boss standards, it's a little bit lolcatsy.
Yeah. Oh, I remember that.
Alright.
What a game.
Yeah. I don't know if I want to redo East Origin again, but I might do Memoir, The Oath, and Felghana. I did Wanderers from East a while ago. I was thinking, like, okay, maybe talk the Zelda 2 remake avenues and do Zero Mission and The Oath and Felghana. Why the hell not?
Right.
Yeah.
Might as well.
Yeah, if I can't get Prime 3 working the way I want to, then I'll just do East Memoir, The Oath and Felghana. Other things that I may have on the docket. Yeah, if Matt wants me to, then I might consider just doing, you know, GoldenEye or Perfect Dark for kicks and giggles.
Makes sense.
Yeah. I still gotta yeah, I gotta practice on those. I might just do them on regular emu. Yeah, Switch Online probably isn't the best avenue to do that right now.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah, especially for demanding games like those. What else do I have? Or at least
that, and if you want to pay, like, you know, more than double the price for it. And imagine you have a Switch 2, right? And then you're already paying for extra, but then you're paying again for GameCube games. Like, bruh.
Or hell, if I want to do Wind Waker, it's like, I'll consider that. And I'll do it with the bloody Tingle Tuner on, because why the hell not? Hey, sometimes things work when you're running off of spite.
Yeah, that's fair.
Yeah. Any other titles I have? I guess I could. I got Nier Automata in the back burner. Ooh, Kirby and the Forgotten Land, maybe.
I are you going to play the Switch 2 version of Forgotten Land? Because that has that's going to have a whole new story.
Maybe not, but again, it's like I'm kind of waiting a year for the Switch 2 to see if any of the early issues get ironed out, or if anybody's going to be bothered to, you know, fix half the shit that's gone wrong.
It's just crazy because every time I've gone to search for it, everyone's out of stock. Every single one. And it's like, oh, people aren't buying it. It's like, yeah, well, that's because they're purposefully not shelving out as much as they should, you know? Like, they want to make it seem like it's selling well, but it's not. It's like...
Ooh.
So to be fair, the Switch had the same problem when it first came out. I couldn't find it anywhere either.
What other titles? Maybe a Tales installment, but I don't know. I'm already doing Trails of Cold Steel, and that's already a heavy commitment, so I'm not really having the appetite to do 2 RPGs at once again. At least 2 long ones. What else? I really need to do the East Celceta revisit. I have not done that since Word. I'll think about it. So yeah, if Metroid Prime 3 doesn't work out the way I wanted, or at least the peripherals I have aren't gonna work, then I'll have something else on the pipeline ready to go. I might wait for the River City Girls revisit. I might wait till like the end of the summer or during the fall.
Right.
Yeah. I'll think about it. I'll think about it.
Understandable.
Do I really want to do the Phantasy Star Portable 2 revisit? That's another game I had on the back burner. Or Xenoblade Chronicles X. A lot of titles. A lot of commitments. Alright. Yeah, we'll figure out where we're gonna go later down the line. So, yeah, I'll let you know if I get that working, but otherwise, yeah.
That'll be a thing. I foresee a lot of problems, unfortunately. Because usually emulators always have some issue, and then yeah, there's workarounds. Sometimes the workarounds don't work. Oh, you got to change some settings.
Or you realize your peripherals are incorrect.
Yeah.
Or it's like you blew $20 on a Bluetooth adapter only to realize this doesn't work the way you wanted it to.
Or a $170 capture card, in my case. I can't recommend Elgato to anybody.
Right. Well, I'll think about it. So, yeah, our next course of action is yet to be determined. But yeah, rest assured, I'll have something else other than trails in the pipeline. But, anyways, thank you guys for coming by.
Yep.
Yeah. Prime 2 on hard. I finally got that off my gaming bucket list.
Nice.
Yeah. I kind of do wish Matt was around so we could talk about just other rough venues from other first-person shooters.
I know that Matt's played a lot of the older ones.
Yeah. All right.
Delete Sniper in the morning.
All right, and I'll get you that one video clip we were talking about.
Oh yeah, for sure.
All right. Right. Yeah. A pretty uncertain path comes ahead of us, but yeah, I'll let you guys know what I decide on. But don't be surprised if I just call it on the last minute. So, yeah, Fridays and Saturdays are kind of a big question mark at the moment. But yeah, that will be
especially
all
for
for
me.
now. So I'm gonna go cut the feed, and well, I'll wish you guys a good day or night.
See you later.
Yep.
Okay, so feed cut. Oh, or am I early?
Don't worry. And it is closing time.